Hello, everybody, and good morning. I hope everyone is having a good day. My name is Heather Dewey Pettit. For anyone who's new here, let's see. And just waiting for people to come into the chat. I put up this banner here, but I've made, I don't know, sometime last year, I guess. It's been a hot minute since I've done that.
Yes, it is 202-782-5404.
Anything going on in the background, I can do my best to, and in the background as far as sound, I can try to drown that out as best I can.
201-782-54.
I'm going to be seeing if I can find a pair of headphones very soon. Somebody is popping into the chat. Regan or Reagan, I'm not quite sure how to pronounce that. Please let me know. Rendon says, hi, this is my first time joining your sprint. Excited to work together today. Awesome.
829.
Welcome.
2012.
Let's see. Yeah, I did have a headset, but it failed. So I got to get a new
March
one.
28 to 23.
It's Regan. Thank you very much for letting me know. I don't want to mispronounce anybody's name.
Medical, yes.
Kind of makes me feel like which I always wanted to be a teacher when I was young. But anyway, so this is kind of suitable for maybe YouTube in a way. So anyway.
Oh, no patient.
Yeah, so
when
welcome to anybody coming in. Jessica Beaver is here. Hello, how are you? I know I'm cutting off my head, but I'm trying to keep some things trying to just show things that I want to be shown, basically. Mostly desk-related items, books and such. Also, Devin's here. Hello. How are you, Devin? So, yes, let's see. So, yes, my name is Heather Dewey Pettit. Now that a few people are here, I'll just go right into it. And I am a writer, editor, and artist. So basically what ties those three things together is my love of fantasy and science fiction. The proper Gen Xer am I? Let's see. And I did have this up a minute ago. Let's just do that. So yes, I'm an author, editor, and artist, and and so as a writer, I am working on my first book, which is essentially it's a women's fantasy novel. It does have elements of YA fantasy because of her age, mostly. My main character's age, and let's see. I also have some short stories in the works. Basically, I got some bones of ideas down, and I want to go back to them. So as soon as I possibly can, I want to do that. Maybe there's one though that did inspire an idea for essentially a place to put it, that I would basically create an anthology. I'm trying to adjust my camera a little bit better. And so I have this idea for an anthology. And so that should be coming, I will have more details about that.
Can I get a reference number, please?
I think I've talked about it on occasion, though, here on my stream. but anyway, I can move on though. So anyway, so that's fiction. So the my my novel. Yeah. So basically, it was inspired by some genealogical research I had done about my maiden name, and that's what inspired it. So let's see. As an editor, I'm a freelance line editor, copy editor, and proofreader. And sensitivity reader, actually. And I love working with independent authors. Yeah. And then as an artist, currently, in recent years, I've loved working with watercolors and gouache and water-based media like that. And actually, this frame around me is actually my own art. So I think I said this on Thursday. Copyright Heather Dewey Pettit. So basically, I also like working with stamps and stamping inks and also gel presses. And that's how I created this art here, as I use watercolor and a bit of ink and a gel press. And it creates cool little splooshes of color. And so because I also like working with stamps, basically I have an Etsy shop, and if you go in there, you will see images of fairies and trees and fantastical creatures like unicorns and such. Yeah, so that's a lot of fun. And if you want to check out any of my links, my link tree is below, and there are some direct links as well. And also real quick before I forget, the reason why I did not stream last Tuesday for Heart Breathings is because I was under the weather, basically. I had an issue with my eye. But anyway, we can get started with some sprints momentarily. Thank you very much, Regan. I said it right. So yeah, I agree. Yay for fairies, because why not? Life is too short. Yay for fairies and unicorns. So yeah, my my novel has mentions of fairies and related creatures of the area that of the setting of the bulk of the novel. So there are specifics to that country. So yeah. So yeah. So there is a continuum going on. So yeah. Let me share the screen. I don't know. I got the Pomodoro timer earlier. Let's say that. That makes sense. Lula Reeds is here. Let me know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, please. Is it Lula or that could be Lula? I just want to make sure I'm pronouncing everybody's name correctly. Devin says hi. I love that this is called news layout. That's too funny. Anyway. So yeah. Yeah, it just makes me think news. So my basic news, not much. Anything new with me is that I'm back streaming again for Art Readings after a break. because I had to go to my doctor last Tuesday. But it's a lot better. It's a lot, for those who were here on Thursday, it's a lot better even from Thursday. Devin says this week is my admin week, so the newsletter and blog posts need to go out by Friday or this weekend, whatever. That does remind me, I also have a Substack. So it's basically a newsletter. It's like, what is it? Lula as in toilet. I love that. Or Lula, like the name Lou. Mm-hmm. Okay. Thank you very much. I want to pronounce people's names correctly. Let's see. So yeah, I was not able to do some things that I was going to do last week, but prior to the beginning of the week, I think I posted it last Tuesday. I put a post to my Substack. So that was 2 weeks ago. I had planned to do it every 2 weeks, so I need to work on that myself. If anybody wants to state their intention for what they're going to be doing this first sprint, please feel free. And we can probably do this at 1:15 the hour. And it's got both going on. I think that'll work. Okay, so because I had basically had some time off last week and over the weekend, I need to look at that idea I had for my Substack for this week and see if I can get a little work done on that, as well as I need to work on my planners. So I'm going to do that first, because I'm going to look at my planners and fill in what I need to fill in, and then I think the second sprint I will be doing some work on the Substack post. Regan says, I'm in developmental edit, so I'm working on cleaning up my storyboard so I can get my story in shape for draft 2. Okay. Awesome. Okay. So about 1 more minute. Sounds good, Regan. Anybody else wants to say anything? Feel free. Yeah. Okay. That is my plan for this sprint. So I've got my what I'm using for HB90. This big happy planner. I've got that. I need my other one too. So I have a classic for my social media and day-to-day tasks. All right, it is 1:15. Remember to do what you need to do for yourself. If you need to take a drink, take a drink. If you need to, if you're sitting at your, if you're sitting at a desk, please remember to sit straight in your chair. I have to do that. I really have to do that. Oh darn, Jessica, I'm personalizing and sending my newsletters a sprint after my PA set them up for me. Then I'm planning to start writing. I love that you have a PA. And I just want to say real quick, hi, Diane. We're just going to get it started. Give Diane a chance to. I was just about to push that button. So, take a sip. Have your beverage. Turn my warmer on. Remember to sit up straight in your chair. If you're at your desk, do whatever you need to do. If you need to walk around, do what you need to do. Morning, Diane. But let's get this started. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's sprint. Okay, how did everybody do? What did everybody do? So yes, I was working on both, well, mostly the my day-to-day planner here, which is another heart breathing planner. The reason why it was there is because it was at Ross. I bought it at Ross, as it was missing a ring, so I just popped that in there. My plan is to make it look a little nicer, but it'll suffice. Let's see. Where I left off was that Diane came in and said, "Good morning. Morning. How are you?" She was having breakfast. And Devin, oh, yes, it's going. Okay, I wanted to make sure the break was going. The break timer. Devin said, "I just had a breakfast burrito. I love those. I like to make them at home, but ready made." And and I left to get my small planner and look around the kitchen, see if there's anything look good, because all this talk about food was making me a little hungry. Oh, thank you. The this one here, it's a little wood thing. I found it at my Walmart, actually. Yes, I love this thing. Thank you very much. And I have like a little like a thing behind it is like a little dish my son had made out of clay years ago, and it's got some of my stones in it. The first stone I ever bought for myself actually says "Create." Ooh, wait a minute, I can hold it right. Huh. So that was the first stone I actually bought for myself, and that was in 2000. Actually, it appealed to me greatly, and oops, now I'm just messing it, but that's fine. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, this also says "create." I don't know if you can see it from, and that's kind of it's taking up permanent residence on this desk. And you can't really see it right now with that up, but if I do this, you can see all the stuff on my desk, including some creative, some art projects. Hi, Mary. Awesome. I'm glad you were just in time for more for the next sprint, which would be my second sprint. So I've had one. Ooh, Devin gathered my images for the blog post and created the section headers. Cool, cool, cool. Diane says very cool. Oh, thanks. Jessica got a little sidetracked that sprint and still have one more newsletter to finish. Okay. Yeah, I can relate to this, Diane, very much so. Debating what, okay, she says, debating if I should start a Substack with what I already have going on. I can relate to this. I understand completely. But we both have 2 YouTube channels, and thanks. Yeah. You see books. Oh, on my desk next to this, they're actually talking about these here. They're fake books. They're probably from the 90s. It's some like you would see them like on a side table like this, probably back in the 90s or 80s, maybe. I'm not sure. I found them at a thrift shop, and I thought, that would be a good decoration for me. Good desk decoration for me. And then my moonology cards are my moonology manifestation cards are right there, which I haven't gotten into in way too long. You did. I found that years ago. I've had this for a long time, and I didn't actually. I thought it was a paperweight at first, and I found it at Goodwill. I got a little broken in something because I've been taking it to all of my events for a long time. But anyway, at first I thought it was just a paperweight, and then I started going to events, and I realized, wait a minute, it's a business card holder. Yeah, so I've had this. Oh gosh, I don't know, at least 15 years. So it didn't have any identifying company on it. So yeah, it's become part of it's inspired my branding. Because I have business cards with typewriters on them, and I bought a manual typewriter a couple of years ago. Diane says it's been on my list, but questioning if I'm going to or not. The Substack, yeah. Mary says mine doesn't look as realistic, but it's cute though. I know. It's got a lot of detail to it, doesn't it? Actually, my maternal grandmother had a manual typewriter, and it was black. And a lot of times you'd see the keys, and they would come out. It must have been black, and it was like, I don't know, this looks more, 30s or such. It was like turn of the century or something. And as a very small child, it kind of frightened me. My imagination went, what? I guess I thought it looked like a kind of like a spider or something. Because half the time it was like just kind of shoved in there, and the keys would hook up. And what do you do when you're like 2 years old, right? Your brain goes, your creativity goes, what? Anyway, I'm getting distracted. So let's put it back on some way. Put there we go. Anyway, let me pause that for a second. Wait a minute. We'll pretend that's a long pause, a long pause, a long rest time. I guess. It's kind of easier to track your work in this way if you're doing especially if you're trying to see how long it takes you to do stuff. So, Mary's looks like kind of like an electric typewriter from the 60s. Okay, so that kind of retro. This is like vintage. So yeah, I do. Like I said, I bought a manual typewriter from probably the late 40s a couple of years ago at a thrift store for about $25. I think that was a good deal. It was on sale. Anyway, we love typewriters around here, don't we, guys? So anything else? So these are my super quick. These are my business cards. The front and the back. And I just ordered more, but I went ahead and had one of those things you scan. I can't think of it right now. Had that put on the back. Because, you know, that's what they're doing now. Yeah, absolutely. Writers like typewriters. Okay, I'm supposed to say what? I'm not sure who you are, Facebook user, but what is it? If you need to grant Facebook permission to use your name if you'd like. If not, don't worry. I'm not doing all the things they should be for. Yeah, this is a heart breathing stream, so I have to mention things. Thank you. The cards, thank you. So yeah. So yeah, that inspired that, and then I understand. I knew what you meant, Diane, but yes, QR code. Thank you, because I was just having a brain fart, as they say. Anyway, should we get into it? You guys ready? We can go into the next sprint in just a couple of minutes here. Let me know when you're ready. Yes. Runners love any representation of what writers do is welcome, isn't it? Here we are. Mary's ready. Okay, I'll take that as my cue. Alrighty. Well, remember to sit up straight in your chair. I really need to do that as I have back problems, so I need to make absolutely sure I'm sitting up straight. Get a sip of your drink. That's a good thing too. Coffee does hydrate you some, right? But I will go get myself some water as well. During this coming sprint, I will, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and continue working on some planning. And then I will also see about getting into my Substack. Somebody else is ready. So in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's sprint. Okay. How did everybody do? What did everybody do? So I did some more planning. I created some trackers in my HB90 style planner. Found what I was working on. Let's see. Well, I was really working on it a lot. Apparently, this was for a Substack. This was I was working on it not last week, but the previous week actually. I was trying to get ahead, which may have been a good thing. So it's all about details and how I've always been a stickler for details, and there's a little story from my childhood about it in there. So to illustrate my point. So yeah. So I looked at that, and I also wanted to talk about creativity and editing. So, and how those two things are not necessarily mutually exclusive, basically. So, and so I did some editing in there. And I write, I get projects started in notes on my iPad, and then I can look up and it's there in my MacBook. So I love that. Anyway, so I want to say that I want to pronounce your name as Brecky. Please let me know if that is wrong. She says, they say, sorry, I don't know. I finally found you. I was the Facebook user and couldn't find the YouTube channel. So excited to do some sprints with friends. Awesome. I'm glad you found me. All right. Awesome. Welcome. And Devin says, welcome as well. Diane says, thrift books came in the mail. Devin's excited about that. Awesome. Lula reads, says, Storygraph says my average rating is 3.5 stars. Does that mean anything if I've only reviewed 5 books? I don't know. I haven't been in there. Does anybody else in the chat know anything about that? Mary got out. She says, I got out my monthly 2023 planner and transferred my October doc appointment into it. Awesome. Yeah, I in my HB90, I was creating some trackers. Created personal trackers, and I got up to speed there. I need to make some for creative projects going on this week, and some things to remind me to check on all of my check on my posts and things like that. So I have a section for business. Diane got 2 awesome art books. OMG. Cool. I was just looking at, because I was cleaning up this week, like yesterday. I was doing a lot of cleaning up in the living room, but we're gonna have the cleaner come tomorrow. So but I found my pastel painting book. Let me get rid of it so you can maybe see it well. That is by Guy Rodden. Yeah. So I really want to dive into this as soon as I possibly can, Diane. So, because I've always been very curious about pastels. So as I'm sure I've told you. So yeah. Anyway, I'd like to look at that some more. Let's see. Yeah. What did let us know if you want what kind of art books you got. Hey, I think I'll just let the timer go. Let's just let the timer go, and we're gonna get some more stuff done. All right, I'll be back soon. Um, I could unmute myself. I started to talk. Okay, how did everybody do? What did everybody do? I was working some more on planning and creating trackers in here and putting some things in I needed to do. I messed around a little bit in the admin chat, and then I did some editing in my Substack post. Basically, it's just in my notes so far, but on my iPad. And then I'll do a little bit more in here, and then I'll just make things a little different. I'll get into the Notes app on my MacBook. So sometimes it kind of helps to have a different perspective, I guess. Let's see. I think we were around a little bit after Diane was talking about that she got some art books. Yes. Okay, here's where I was. So Diane says, when you are so excited about the books in the mail that you don't hit record like you thought you did when doing an unboxing. I understand this. I understand completely. I think I know I've done that before when I'm attempting to film something. Devin says, oh no. Lula, I'm never gonna forget that the part about, how to pronounce your name now, since you talked about, like the British expression to go to the loo. Okay, that now it's permanent in my brain about how to pronounce your name. You DNF'd the writing retreat. Interesting. Oh, Diane is. We were talking in the admin chat about washi. I told her, believe it or not, I'm actually using washi because I was just telling her yesterday that I never use it, but I had gotten in this little pouch here that had some planning items in it, and there was some washi in it that I haven't touched in a good while. And I was like, you know what? I pulled them out, and just so that they would sit there on my desk. And I was like, when I was working in the big planner, I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it because it's, why waste it? And and it makes it look prettier. So. So it's on that one. So it's excuse me, by Michaels, and I found it with a couple other ones, and I know these are from a set that I almost got. So I got these from a thrift shop, and I know these two are from there we go, a particular set. Okay, let's see. I don't know if you can see that. Anyway, it has Dare to Dream. It's very shine bright. And it's like kind of witchy. Kind of like it's got Luna Moth and some stones, that sort of thing. So yeah. So I'm almost done. Yeah, I actually use washi. Yeah, which I've used in months. Literally months. It's been. Devin got blog post done. Lula reads, I was constantly feeling disgust about what I was reading, and I just couldn't stand it anymore in the middle of chapter 2. Are you talking about your own writing? Or, you're talking about that review. Oh my gosh, how's that 5 minutes? Anyway, Barbara Parrish came in And it's almost 1 o'clock. Hold on. Let me pause this for a moment here. How is the stream almost over? I think we're all having too much fun. Let's see. So I have to decide if I'm going to do a 4th sprint and go over time or what. Hello, Barbara. How are you? I've seen your name, Barbara, around. You might have come in my streams before. I don't quite remember. Mary got out a few of my Traveler's Notebook covers and played around with switching my current inserts into them. Cool. Jessica missed the break. That's okay. It happens to me. But I did get more things done. Looks like I won't get to write until this afternoon, but I feel good about what I accomplished. I'll have to have some lunch. Thanks for the sprints. No problem. No problem. Becky, I am working on setting up my email onboarding for my first book. Oh my gosh, that's got to be exciting. So, you're setting up a separate email. I would probably do that too. Jessica is saying, "Oh no, Diane, about the not hitting record." Oh no, Lula, this is Jessica Beaver says, "Oh no, Lula, I just got the writing retreat from the library this weekend, but I haven't started it yet. Was it awful?" Wondering. Regan, I got some things cleaned up on my outline. Yay, I'm going to hop off and make lunch. Thanks for the sprints. No problem. No problem. Yeah, Lula reads, it's called The Writing Retreat. I use it all the time, but I've still barely made a dent in the amount of paper in the box. What are you using? Becky. It's very exciting, but overwhelming. Sure, absolutely. I can understand that. I can understand. Lula reads, "Oh, the story. It had too much alcohol in the first chapter, and one of the characters was for a cause I'm very much in disagreement with." Oh, interesting. Plug in my MacBook here. Because let's not, lose power. Okay. Yeah, interesting. Diane Dobson, I'm not familiar with the writing retreat. Do tell. As I am getting kind of tired, I might just wrap it up and not do a 4th sprint. I often try to get four sprints in, but if not, that is fine. Diane goes on at 2 o'clock Eastern. So I'm fiddling with my hair. Sorry. And in a little less than an hour. Lula reads, "The character was a fat activist, which is basically a cause that says being fat is healthy and good. Ones I've seen online are very mean." Oh, the reviews were mean about this character. No, it's kind of hard because everybody has reasons why they feel certain ways, so that's kind of hard. And okay. Well, I don't agree with being mean. So. Okay, well, I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and end the sprints because my brain is getting tired. But I had a good productive time, and so let's see. I will be finishing this Substack probably, go over it a few more times, add a little bit. I want to add a little bit more to one section, and that's about, like I said before, creativity and editing, comparing and stuff, and how I feel about that, and then I'll wrap it up and get that done this week. I'm trying to do it about every 2 weeks. So there's that. And what else? So yeah. So I stream Tuesdays and Thursdays from 11 to 1. Tuesdays my stream is for heart breathings, and so if I did not say it before, this stream is brought to you by the Heart Breathings writing community, and
school project, right?
I also want to say that whole Sesame Street thing. This stream was brought to you by the letter W, the letters H and B, and the number 90. Oh, good gravy. Anyway, let's see. Let me get something. Let's see. How about the heart breathings? The heart breathings schedule. Let me see if I can pop that in the chat super quick before I go. I hope that works. And there's also, if I can find the here it is, the author tube and writing playlist. Let me pop that in there super quick too. And like I said, Diane Dobson Barton, she streams on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 2 to 4 Eastern. So she comes after me on the schedule. So yeah. No problem, Breck. I'm so sorry. Please remind me. And no problem, Devin. Thank you for coming. Mary, thank you as well. And yes, we've got these and the public broadcast. This has been a test of the public broadcasting system.
According to the Department
Something, I don't know. Anyway, have a great day, everybody. And if you want to come, I'll see you on Thursday. And there may be art involved. All right. Bye.